Good morning. Right, so I'm just waiting on the site. It's Friday morning. Oh, it's 20 past 10. I'm not supposed to be here till 11. But I was having a look at my YouTube and a load of comments popped up that I hadn't seen and I hadn't replied to, and they're all questions. So I thought I'd make another little video answering some questions. Now, I've got some sticky notes here. Let's just pick one at random. Let's go for this one. So question number one. ADR license, is it worth it? And is there any van criteria? Well, my ADR license ran out yesterday. I'm thinking about redoing it in the new year and actually doing some ADR work. For me, over the last 18 months whilst I've been running on my own, it's not been worth it because I've not used it. But I do think it would be worth it if you can find a customer out there that needs constant ADR going out, because you can get really good money for it. As Dave and the Logistics and Toby and Ryan at Furky and Freight will tell you, you get good money for it. Van criteria. Now, I'm not entirely sure. Them lads will know better than me. It's been a while since I've done any ADR work. But I do know one thing. You need a solid bulkhead. You can't have no bulkhead or like a framework or anything like that. You've got to have a solid bulkhead across the van, separating the cab from the back of the van. I know that much, but that's all I can remember really. Hopefully I'll learn some more if I redo my test. Right, question number 2. What van's next once the crafter dies? Well, the crafter's never going to die. Never. 340,000 miles. It's never going to die. But I do think, I don't know, I and a lot. Like, I'd like a Luton for the volume, but then there's an issue because you can't carry as much weight. And then do I go for an extra long wheelbase, 4.2, 4.5 metre, or even go for an Iveco 5.2 metre? But then again, adds weight to the vehicle, and you look at carrying capacities less in weight terms, but you can get more volume. I don't know. I think I'll probably look for a Luton. Possibly. Like, ideal rig, if money was no option, I'd have a top end 3.5 ton curtain side Luton with a nice engine, nice power, with a tow bar and a curtain side trailer, 3.5 ton trailer, with a train weight of like 7 ton, I think they are. And you can carry about the same as a 7.5 ton of them, but you're still running a van. You do need an operator's license, transport manager and stuff like that, but it's not quite as complicated as having a HGV license as well. Because you don't need the, you don't need parking, you don't need to advertise in the paper. Everything else you do need if you want to run a trailer. Stuff like that. I've been looking into it quite a bit recently. So yeah, that would be the ideal rig, but probably after this, maybe a Luton box. I've seen a couple recently that I like. They're quite low mileage, but they're like a few years old. So I'm not sure. I'll see what happens with the crafter first. Right, what's next? I've got an L2 Transit Custom. What would it class as on the CX? Transit Custom. So a normal Transit Custom I would class as a short wheelbase. The L2, I'm not sure how long they are. But I think short wheelbase runs up to 2.4 meters bed length, so it would probably still be classed as a short wheelbase. I don't think it'd be up to a medium. Definitely not a long wheelbase. Long wheelbase is you're looking at over 3 meters, well 3.5 meters I think it is. I've always classed a long wheelbase as a 4 meter van, but when you go on the CX it's a little bit different. But yeah, I think an L2 Transit Custom would still be classed as a short wheelbase van. Next question. Euro pallets to standard pallets, what's the ratio on the CX? Is it 50-50? I have no idea. Not a clue. I tend to move more Euro pallets than standards, I'd say. Probably like 70-30 for me. But I don't do a lot of CX work. I sub out on the CX more than I do the work. I probably do like 1 CX job a week at the minute. If I'm being completely honest, and I sub out probably like a few a week at the minute 'cause it's gone a bit quiet. But I'm not sure. But if you do know, if you do a lot of CX work, you move a lot of pallets, leave it in the comments. What's the ratio of standard pallets to Euro pallets? What else have we got here? What is my tramping setup? Well, if you go back to one of my early videos, I think it's the second video I ever made, I don't tramp. I like getting home to my wife and kids every night. I love the family time, giving my little lad a bath, getting him in bed, having a little cuddle before I go to bed with my wife and stuff like that. And I don't really tramp. I have done it a few times where instead of going to bed, I'd stay up later at home because I wasn't tired, leave my house at about 11 o'clock at night, drive to where I was going, and then sleep in the van for a few hours before I either loaded or offloaded. And then I genuinely just sleep here, across the seats. It's not the comfiest. You do not get a good night's sleep. I would not recommend it unless you've got a mattress that goes over your seats, which I do have actually. I've got one in the back, but I don't use it very often. It's actually a cot mattress that I stole from my son's bed. Well, I didn't. We bought him a new one, me and Leanne, and I ordered it, and I ordered the wrong size. It was too small for his cot, so we had to order another one. Then we had a small one that was too small, but it fits perfectly from my passenger door to halfway across my driver's seat. So bonus, gives me a bed if I ever get stuck in the van. Last question, last but not least, obviously, what is the most suitable van for the CX? Depends what you want to do, honestly. At the minute, small van jobs, there's loads of small van jobs, small van everywhere. You don't see many medium wheelbase jobs or midi-van jobs. I don't see many of them at all. Long wheelbases, I feel like it's quieting down quite a bit. But, yeah, small van probably. Sorry about that bit getting cut off. I had to run. The rigger was walking over and I thought he was going to say that my cabinet's ready to collect. I can be on my merry way. But no. He came over and went, "Do you fancy running down to the cafe down the road and getting us all a brew? It's cold." So I obliged. I became a little errand boy, ran down the road, got some coffees for everyone. Came back and I'm still waiting. About half an hour later, I'm still waiting. Yeah. So, yeah, as I was saying in the last clip, small van, probably at the minute on the CX, because there's a lot of small van work, or you could jump into a Luton and then you can cover literally everything, but obviously you're going to have your bigger overheads, and if you don't get that Luton work all the time, then it's not going to get covered. Medium wheelbases, there's nothing for that sort of van. So yeah, that's it. That's all the questions I got asked that I think I've missed. I may have missed some others. There's definitely some more recent ones that I need to do in another video that I've just not looked at yet. These are ones that I've missed off like previous videos down the line that have all just popped up out of nowhere. But yeah, it's Friday, finally, and I get to spend some time with the family over the weekend. I don't work weekends. I never worked weekends. I have done the odd Saturday, but it's not for me. I like spending time with my family, my wife and my kids. That's where I want to be, at home. Like some people live to work. I work to live. I love spending time with my family. If I can have a day off with my family, I will do. The aim is obviously get some more drivers on the road and I can spend a bit more time at home, bring the kids up and have a nice relaxing time with my wife. That's what I want to do. Oh yeah, so when I was down at the cafe a minute ago, there's two little transit connects down there that are covered in snow. There's no snow around here, so I don't know where they've come from, but there's big piles of snow underneath them. Bit weird, but never mind. Might go and try to find some snow whilst I'm waiting. Right, anyway, I'll catch you on the next video. Please like and subscribe. Let's get up to 5 million subscribers. Let's do it. We won't, I know. It's a niche market videos on couriers and Courier Exchange. So I'm happy with where we're at, and thank you everyone that has subscribed. please do carry on liking, watching the videos, and subscribing. And if there's anything you want to know or anything you want to see, just let me know and I'll try and make a video on it. Thank you. Bye bye.